I'm unfit, overweight, and stuck in a rut, and I want to change. And that change needs to start right here, right now. Well, technically it started 2 years ago, so let me explain. 2 years ago, I embarked on the Couch to 5K journey, eager for the positive changes that I was sure it would bring into my life. And for the first 3 weeks, things went absolutely brilliantly. And then an unexpected crisis turned my world completely upside down. And suddenly I found myself slipping back into the old but ultimately comfortable habits: smoking, drinking too much, eating all the wrong things, and ultimately just completely neglecting my physical well-being. Months went past and the bad habits just continued to take hold. But throughout all of this chaos, there was always a little voice in my mind which refused to shut up, and it was urging me to take back control of my health and my physical well-being. And after months of hearing it and not listening to it, it finally broke through, and I got my shoes on and went out for a run. But as with any journey, there are highs and lows, and I think over the last 2 years I've probably had a few more lows than highs. The highs though have been fantastic, incredible. I've had some brilliant experiences and I've felt truly amazing when I've been moving forward, but the lows have been terrible. The low points themselves have been crushing, and they've always left me feeling really defeated. And that's where I am now, at the bottom of a trough. But I think the main thing that I've learned over the last 2 years, the epiphany, is that adversity is inevitable. There's no escaping it. Bad things are going to happen, and it's about how you deal with that adversity, move through and past it, which truly matters. So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this video, is to share my story, however long or short that ends up being. And who knows, there may be some other people out there who are in a similar position to myself. Perhaps we can tackle this together. So what do I want to achieve? It's pretty simple, really. I want to be an ultra runner. Not because I've got any designs of standing on podiums or setting land speed records, because neither of those are going to happen. But it would be a huge challenge, and it will push me to my limits, and it will allow me to explore the outdoors in a whole new way. I've always had an affinity for the outdoors. The previous videos on my channel were all about wild camping and hiking, and I love being outside. I love being in the mountains more than anything. It's just something about sense of isolation, peaks, endless trails. It speaks to something inside me, and I just think combining my love of the outdoors with running is a perfect combination, and hopefully will give me the enjoyment to push me through those times where I know it's going to be tough. What training have I done so far? I'm recording this on Sunday evening, so this marks the end of the first week of training, and it's gone pretty well in some ways, maybe not so good in others. I think my ego has taken a pretty big hit this week. My training started on Monday. Went out for what was supposed to be an easy 5k run. I got about 1k in and my legs were killing me. I had to stop at about 2k because my calves were so tight, they were so painful that I just couldn't run anymore. So I stopped and walked home, and that was a really big ego hit. On Tuesday, I wanted to do something, but I didn't want anything which involved impact on my legs. So I got my indoor bike trainer out and I did half an hour on that. Thursday, I went out for another run, and things went a bit better this time. I managed to do 5k, although I must stress there was a reasonable amount of walking involved. My heart rate was just spiking so high. I got around the whole 5k, which was great. Legs were okay, sore, but nothing like the pain I was experiencing on Monday. My last piece of training for the week was earlier on today, where again, nothing exciting, just went out for another 5k and got round a little bit faster than Thursday. So I was pretty chuffed with that result. So what are my training focuses? Given how good the last week has gone, I mean, it's not been without its challenges and you know, ego dents, as we've already talked about, but on the whole, it went really well. I have a few races that I've got my eye on this year. I'm not going to reveal what they are just yet because I could be being a little bit ambitious. Over the next 4 to 6 weeks, the things I want to be focusing on is longer, slower runs to help build up my base, hill training, good amounts of cross training, things like swimming, weightlifting, etc., and getting in at least one decent speed session a week. Those are the things I'm going to be concentrating on, and hopefully that will give me a pretty rounded training plan which will start building up my strength and endurance, which is a lot of what I'm going to need going forward. So that's week 1 finished. Week 2 starts tomorrow and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you in the next video.